Welcome, friends! It is I, LostScarf, and it's time for a general beginner guide to Heroes of the Storm. The day this guide will release is going to be the 2nd of June, which is the day that Heroes of the Storm officially launches. And I've done a lot of guides for Smite, so I felt like I should do a guide for Heroes of the Storm for my viewers, for anyone who was trying to get into the game who's a beginner, so it's a general beginner guide, and as a transition for Smite players. If you're a League or Dota player, it's probably not too bad a transition, but for Smite players, it is a very different game, so I'm going to explain a lot of things that are very different from that to this, but I'm still going to explain things very generally, so this guide is useful to anyone in general who just wants to learn how to play HOTS a little bit from the start, so they can have a very good transition into the game, regardless of what game they're playing. Because as you gain knowledge, and if you get a good basis at the start, you'll play really well from the beginning, which makes it good for everyone. So we're going to go over the different classes in the game, we're going to go over a bit about the maps, we're going to talk about a lot of the general play, just how does everything work in this game. It's very different from all the other MOBAs in a lot of different ways, and they're all very fun ideas that happen in here. And we're going to go over the store, skins, mounts, recolors, a lot of things. We're going to go over everything in general about this game. It's going to be a good-sized guide. We're also going to have a separate guide that's going to be specifically for each map in the game. There's 7 maps, and we're going to have the tutorials from those maps, but also a lot of general information that is good to know that will help you out in those maps so you can do really well when you play the game against the AI and other players, so that you'll have a really fun time. So let's get going. Now, if you want to see specific footage for any character in this game, we've done footage for Nazeebo, Falstad, Lost Vikings, Zeratul, Mirrodin, Malfurion, Lili, Sonya, Arthas, Vala, Tyrande, Raynor, Nova, and Gazlowe, and we intend to do all the characters eventually as we go down the line with this game. Every character is pretty fun, and they fill out a lot of different roles and things that people might want to do in this game. If you want to be a big healer, there is that in this game. If you want to be a big damage dealer, that's as well. There's a lot of things you can do with this game. It's got a very good variety to it. But let's start talking about the roles now. First up is Warrior. Example, Sonya. Now, warriors can take a lot of damage and they can deal out a lot of damage as well. Sonya here, she can do a lot of damage to a group. She can also take on one-on-one pretty well. She does a lot of damage and she can take quite a bit. She's a bit squishier for the warriors. Arthas here can do quite a bit of damage in the game. He can take a lot of punishment though. Holy crap, can he take some punishment? He has a root. Sonya has like a bit of a stun to her. And just other characters have different things. You've got Mirrodin here who has a long stun, like a 1-second stun. He has the ability to stun more often if you want with him. He can take a lot of damage. Diablo can grab somebody, put them behind him, and push them forward. There's a lot of control you can do with the warriors, and they can take a lot of punishment to let them pull that off. They can do just so much stuff in the game to do it. So if you're thinking about Smite-wise, it's the same thing in Smite. Warriors in Smite can just take a lot of damage and deal a lot of damage as well. Now for assassins, you've got someone like Vala, who can deal a crap ton of damage. She has an escape. Most of the characters have escapes. Zeratul has a teleportation. He's actually invisible as his passive. So, luckily the thing when it comes to HOTS is you can see invisible units, kind of. You can see their silhouette so you can guess where they are. But he can do a lot of damage really quickly. Same thing for Nova. She can do a lot of damage. She's also perma-invisible when not in combat. So you can be very tricky, just burst people down really badly. They can do a lot of damage, but they can't take that much damage either. That's how they work. Although some are squishier than others and some deal a lot more damage than others. Like Kerrigan can handle quite a bit, same thing goes for Tychus. But they can also just deal a lot. Like Jaina can just take people out in a couple seconds, maybe even 1 second. Zeratul definitely can. And Thrall can take forever to deal with, even though he's a high damage character. Then you have your supports. Example, Malfurion. Malfurion is all about the heal in this game. Him and Lili, they both heal a lot in this game. They can do a lot of supporting for their team. Malfurion has a full team kind of heal around him. He has like a healing aura around him for an ultimate that can keep a team going forever. Same thing goes for Lili. They can just keep a team, you can't kill a team when these two are around. Rhaegar is a more aggressive support. They can heal, they can also give things to their teammates to keep them in the fight pretty well. Then you got someone like Tassadar who can give a shield to teammates, and that shield can do special things depending on the talents you might be using. And then there is the Specialists. Specialists are very different. Specialists can do a lot of things. The Lost Vikings can be 3 characters at once. That is crazy. You can have Nazeebo, who does a lot of just launching a bunch of units that can do a bunch of things for him. Asmodon can summon a bunch of stuff. He also has like a long-range attack and a laser beam kind of thing. That's pretty cool. Zagara summons a bunch of things. Abathur summons some things, and he can also attach himself to a teammate, and he fights while attached to a teammate. It's really interesting how that works out. Murky fights like a minion. He's only worth 1/4 of a kill when he dies, but he fights like a basic minion in the game. There's so many interesting ideas that specialists do. I really like them. They just have so many different things they can do. Sylvanas here, really good against structures and other heroes. And Gazlo has turrets, which can make him really annoying. There's just so much variety to these characters. There's no characters really like them in Smite. As far as assassins go, mages and assassins are very much like that in Smite. And supports, really, that'd be more like the healing mages in Smite. But there is a really good variety of this game. The problem is, I feel they're more, I guess, focused in a way, especially when it comes to the supports. I really don't like the supports as much, because if you really want to heal people, you can, and it's really hard to kill people. I like being able to help out your team in a lot of ways, which Smite lets you do. You can heal your team, you can kill enemies. But for Hans, it's a little more focused. You're more set up to do one thing or the other kind of. Supports are really good at healing, not really good at killing. Warriors are really good at soaking damage. They can get kills. Assassins are really good at killing people. They can't really help people out all that much with it besides just killing. And specialists are all across the map and the things they can do, which is pretty cool. So now we're going to get into a game and talk about general stuff that you do as a hero. Now, who better to use to show off the game than Jim freaking Raynor? Now, first thing you might notice is I have a horse I'm riding. I have a mount. And this is a special mount I got for buying a special pack in the game. So mounts in this game allow you to travel to places faster. Which is, when you're out of combat, just allows you to get to places faster when you're out of combat. Which is great because, well, you're not in combat. And you can get off the mount. You can get back on the mount, though, after a cooldown. So when you're not in combat, it's good to get on this mount to go to other places and get into combat. That's really what you want to do here. Now, first thing to talk about is talents. Now, when you first play the game, if you've already been playing the game, you might notice that you can only get the first 2 things on your character, and that's called talent gating, which is really dumb in my opinion. What happens is they want you to play the character a while so you can really understand them, and then they'll let you get other talents for them. There's no items in this game. There's no item shop. You don't buy equipment. You only buy talents, which buffs your character up in different ways. Like you can see for the first level for Raynor, you can give yourself increased healing from Adrenaline Rush, which is his 3rd ability. You can have Season Marksman, which means every time he kills 6 minions or mercenaries, his base attack goes up by 1 damage. Killing heroes counts as 2. So that's a thing you can do there. And that just makes him a better basic attack character. So if you want to focus on that, you can do that. Or you can do these other things, like Raiders Recruitment, which means whenever he kills minions, he gains stacks, which he can use to hire a mercenary camp, which I'll explain later. Or this one, which is a scouting drone, which is... Placing a scouting drone is basically a ward. There are no wards in this game besides the warding talent, and not all characters get the ward talent. Raynor is one of the ones that gets it. So you can go ahead and buy this, and you can ward a place every so often, and then you'll just know about an area. Because in this game, which is not in Smite, is bushes. When you're in bushes, you can see what's outside the bushes, but no one can see what's in the bushes unless they walk into the bushes to see you. So people will generally attack the bushes because they don't know what's in them. Because, well, he might get ambushed. That's what bushes are for. That's something that is not in Smite, but is in League of Legends. I don't remember what's in Dota. Now, the way this game works is you'll notice there's a bar. It's Team XP. The way the game works is everyone is the same level on their team. So, as you're getting XP for everybody. And you get XP from killing minions, other heroes, and killing structures. So just come over here and show this right now. You also get XP from your minions doing the killing there. So you see I'm getting XP here killing these minions here. There we go. We're just taking these out. And the one thing I'm not familiar with is whether or not you're getting XP from minions or you're just getting XP over time. I'm not sure what is causing that. Now you'll see here from the towers didn't attack me until after the minions were gone. And that is an aggro thing. The towers don't care about you as long as there's minions to shoot. Even if you're attacking an enemy hero, they only care about hitting minions. So if there's another hero here, I could attack them, and these minions would not attack me. That's how the game works. As long as there's minions to fight, the minions will fight each other, or the towers will fight the minions. So you can ignore the towers as long as you have minions in range to fight enemy heroes. That same thing goes for ignoring enemy minions. That's how it works. As you can see here, every 3 levels you get another talent. Well, every 3 levels, and then the final level at level 20. So 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, and 20 are when you can buy talents in the game. At level 10 you get your ultimate, and there's 2 different ultimates your character can have. When you're first starting the game, because of talent locking, you can only get 1, and that would be the top one. So for Rainer's Hyperion, later on you'd be able to get Rainer's Raiders in a different game when you're able to get that talent. And here's the interesting thing about towers is they have limited ammo. This one just ran out of ammo because it's been shooting minions for so long. So now it can't fight back. So I can just wail on this for now if I want. I can ignore these minions because they're going to attack those guys instead of me. Oh no, they're not close enough for them to see them. Now they're close enough, so there we go. I can just wail on this tower. Another interesting thing about HOTS, you can attack structures with abilities. Right? My Q just hit this tower. This tower's about to refuel, it looks like. Gotta take it out. Yeah, there you go. Just got 2 more ammo, and now it's gone again. Certain heroes have the ability to take the ammo away from towers, which is youch for them. Now you can see there's 3 melee, 3 range, and there's this magical guy in the middle. The magical guy drops an HP globe. You pick that up, and it heals you and any teammates within range of you. So that's how that works. There's walls here which you can destroy to get around the towers, so you can go do deeper stuff. And there's also a wall here which is impenetrable until that gets destroyed. You can't walk through it, but your opponents can. Same thing goes for your side of things. Your opponents can't go through this, but you can go through that. That's how that works. Now, I should actually buy one of these. I didn't pick up Season. So I'm level 4, so I can pick another thing. You see, I can do more for basic attacks. I can get like a Vampiric, so lifesteal kind of thing going on here. Basic attack does more. Make my Q better. Make my E better. Do this one. So now I get lifesteal when I hit my enemy. So that's nice there. There you go, that. Or just healing from hitting, whichever way you want to word it. I'm going to use some things right here. There we go. So you'll notice this structure here, which is called the Healing Fountain. What happens is, when you're beat up, you can go to this Healing Fountain, and it will heal you, not the full, but for a set amount. Every 100 seconds, it'll have cooldown, where you can click on it. So it's useful to do that when you're kind of low, so you can stay in the fight. And your teammates will tell you to do that. And then some maps have things like this, where you have vision. That's what's going there. And sometimes people can test this, so you can keep vision in a certain area, so you know what the hell's going on.
Whatever's clever.
Now another thing, which I'm going to go get beat up so I can show this. So inside you have this area. You got the well, not a castle, I think it's called a fort. And then you have another cannon to try to defend that fort. You see, this also has limited ammo. Now, when you're beat up, like I showed the fountain, but also, if you really need to go back to base, you can. And this is using a Hearthstone. You hit B to do that. When you go back to base, you go all the way back, bam, and you heal up. You don't heal the full, but you'll heal a portion, and then the rest will regen very quickly. And you can see you're on your mount again, so you can run back out very quickly. That's what happens there. Now, is there anything I haven't talked about yet? I think I've talked about everything as far as heroes go in general. Base teleporting, mounts, talent locking, or just talents, team XP. So the thing about team XP is, you can carry your team kind of, but you can also not really carry because you can't get a lot of levels above the enemy team. The enemy team will usually be maybe 1 or 2 levels below you if you're doing really well. If you're doing extremely well, you'll be a lot of levels ahead. But the higher level you are, the more valuable you are. So if the enemy kills anyone on your team, they'll be able to catch up eventually from getting a couple kills here and there. So as you see, this structure type right here is also right down here as well. A wall, these cannons here, and then the same thing. And then there's the core. This is your way to win the game. Destroy the core to win. The core has a shield that regenerates over time if you don't defeat it. This thing does AoE attack, blast that do a bunch of damage. It does not run out of ammo at any time, so you can just constantly have minions on it, and it will stop those minions as it goes. And that's how that works out. Now I gotta show off camps. So for this map specifically, you want to get doubloons for an objective here to give to this guy. So this minion camp here is only for this map, and that's killing these guys for doubloons. So killing these guys gives me doubloons. You can see this numbers right here. When you turn in 10 doubloons, you are able to do the map objective. Let's go ahead and get these right here. So kill these guys, they drop 2. In 2.5 minutes, they'll respawn. Now, every so often, go ahead and pick up this one. Every so often, these chests will show up, and they have 5 coins each. There's one here, and one down here. So I'm going to get those, and I'm going to show you this guy. And I'll show this again in the map-specific guide. There we go, take out the chest. Get going there, and I'm going to get back on my mount and go down here to this one. You can see these also count as bushes. This is smoke here that you can hide in, ambush people as well, which is pretty useful to do. Let's go in here. You can see abilities affect the chest as well. They only do 1 damage. Now, every time you turn in the set amount of doubloons, the price goes up by 2. So next time it will cost me 12 to do this. So now we're going to do this, and we're going to turn these in. And so there's a lot of contesting here. As you can see, there's smoke here for people to ambush. So they can fight each other and prevent each other from turning in the coins. Because during this time you're trying to turn in, you can get interrupted. So you're going to see what happens when you do an objective in one of the maps. For this one, it's this. This pays him off, and now this boat's going to fight for you for a moment. Not fight, but attack for you. So it's going to shoot structures. So you see right there. So cannonballs hitting structures, doing really good damage. And he's going to shoot some more cannonballs. You can see it's going to be a set of 12 cannonballs. There you go, it's doing more. Bam, bam. It's going to take that one out. It's going to go over and do more damage down here on the line. So there you go there. You see there's 3 lines. Not all maps do 3 lanes. Some maps do it a little bit differently. It looks like it attacks the front line first. So it attacks all the front lines and then does the second lines. As you can see right there, evidenced by that. And there we go. That's all done there. Now you'll notice these yellow spots, and these are different camps in the game. This camp symbol here is for siege camps. This symbol here is for bruiser camp. And then here is also bruiser camp. Up here is the boss camp. Boss camp generally requires a full team to take out, and it does a lot of damage. And I'll show each of these right now. So let's go ahead and ride down here. Get my mount up and go over here. I don't know if I can defeat this right now at level 8, but let's see if I can show it. So here we go. Here's the siege camp. You fight these guys, get in a better spot to get them with the Q. There we go. You fight these guys, beat them up, and while you're fighting, these teammates can also help you out, or enemies can come over and steal them from you, which would not be good for you, obviously. So trying to beat this up really quick here. Get my W again. Take that guy out. He's down. Had to use my E for that one. And once you kill both of these guys, we'll beat them up. You capture the spot, and they become minions for your team. Just gotta beat them a little bit more. And also on this map, it also gives you doubloons. So now these guys fight for my team. And what's special about these guys is they outrange structures. So they can attack these structures from range, and we'll see that as they get down the line. I'm gonna go show the next camp. I can show it down here. I'm using a mountain going down here now.
Whatever's clever.
There, so this is the bruiser camp, and these guys are too strong for me to kill, so I'll just show them. I'll attack them in a second so you can see how they work. So you hit these guys. They have 1 range and then 3 melee guys, and they hurt like heck. And now I'll go show the boss.
Sounds like a plan.
So you see these guys right here. They're shooting at range, killing those things. Usually when you're fighting other heroes, they'll probably want to kill these guys first. As a priority. I'm heading up to the boss right now, as you can see on the mini-map. And now we're going to see these guys attack these structures. They're going to do it out of range. So even when all these guys die, these guys will be out of range from the towers to attack. The towers will never be able to attack these guys. So that's why you want to take them out when you're a hero. Now here's the boss. This guy's really strong.
All day long.
I will not be able to sell this guy, so we're just going to see me die really quick. Kill this guy, and he's really good minion for your side that will wreck towers pretty well. So there, I'm dead. It looked really cool when you die, as you can see.
Get back in it and win this thing.
What is cool is there's a lot of dialogue out of the characters, like Rainer wanting to come back into the fight. When the entire team gets killed, they'll say something about how unfortunate that is as well. And these guys are going to just keep pushing here. They're going to just keep taking these out as long as nobody tries to stop them. Because the minions won't be able to do much against them. They still do really good damage against minions as well.
10 heroes on a dead man's chest.
You can tell there's a lot of character in this game. Alright, time to show what's left here. So I got these 4 siege guys. They're going to give the core a lot of trouble right now. And here's what's spawning now. Once you destroy all the structures in a lane, catapults spawn. And they can do kind of the same thing as a siege. As you can see, that thing cannot fight back, so they're just wearing it down right now. Heroes, of course, would be down here trying to stop me. And now's a good time to show you the Hyperion. Let's do it over here. Hyperion! This is Rainer's first ultimate. So you're just calling down Hyperion, and it uses the Yamoto cannon on structures like so. Bam! Right there. Oh, I'm getting hit. There you go, Yamoto cannon over there. Bam! So it's a nice just way to just beat up on structures, or just try to, you can also fight a team with it. It's not as good as the on-structures. You can just wreck a lot of things. You can hit a team, structures, a lot of things with it. Pretty nice. His other ultimate will call out 2 Banshees that will fight for you, and you can tell them where to fight, and you can attack certain people with them, and they can even go invisible, which is pretty helpful. We're about to finish this so you can see what happens when you destroy a core. Level 20 generally gives you some pretty good stuff, and usually a chance to make your ultimate even stronger if you want. I'm the only one who can hit, so I'm going to step back. Give these guys more attack speed here. And there we go, we're about to finish it. And do I die? Nope, done. And there's a core going to pieces. And then we'd win! There you go. And the announcers specific to each map. There's 7 maps right now, so 7 different announcers, which is pretty cool. When you finish again, there'd be results. You could see how much siege damage you did, which would be structures and minions. You can see how much damage you've done to heroes, healing, and XP contribution to your team. How many times you've killed and how many times you've died. I died twice there. You would see all this stuff overall for everybody. You can also see what talents everyone used, which is cool there. Okay, so now we're going to talk about player levels. This is a bit confusing at first, because there's 3 levels in the game. There is the team level when you're playing inside the game. There is your hero level that counts outside of the game, which affects you in-game. And then there's your player level, which can affect you in-game. So here it is. I'm level 25. I've played this many games so far, 116 games. It's a really fun game. I enjoy it a lot. Apparently, these are my favorites. So over here, player progression. So I'm level 25. Most important thing about being level 25 is you're no longer talent locked. So I don't have to level up heroes to do all their talents, which is great. You also get gold as you go and other things. Ranked is at 30, 40 for teamed ranked. Now here's the hero collection, which lets you see hero-specific levels. So Nazebo is a level 7 while I'm a level 25 player. I've done pretty well with him. And see, you get your second ultimate when you've leveled him once. When you get level 3 and 4, you get the rest of the talents. And then you get gold for getting level 5. Mount variation, which I can show you in a bit. Hero portrait, skin variations, mount variations, stuff like that. And then there's master skin, then gold. So I'll show you that right now. So let's take a look at Nazebo since I was looking at him. But here's his regular skin. As you level him up, you get recolors. Which is cool, is that it's free recolors, so that's nice right there. But there's also, when you hit level 10 with him, there's this skin, which you can buy for gold only. You can't buy with money, which is interesting to see there. And there's different colors for that. Every skin has different colors for them. You'll see these are money only right here. And there's going to be a lot of skins for sure for a lot of characters. Like, let's look at Nova a second here. Nova over here, she's got some skins. There it is, she's got Roller Derby right there. Roller Derby Nova, different colors for that. He's also got Spectre skin, so that's pretty cool there. And then here's a Master skin, and his regular skin there. So that's really cool, and not everything costs money, some things cost gold. And so I should talk about that. Quests! At level 6 you unlock quests, and you get a new quest every day, maximum 3, and you just do the quest to get some gold. As you can see, it's 200, 200, 800. So it takes some time to get a lot of gold in the game. You don't get a lot of gold when you win. You get like 30 gold when you win, and I think it's 10 gold when you lose. I might be a bit off on that right now, because I'm thinking off the top of my head. So it can be a bit of a grind to get a lot of gold in the game, because as you can see, Nova's 10,000 to buy, while someone like Uther's 7,000, Althus is new, there's a 4,000 somewhere. See, Lily's 2,000, so different characters have different prices there. As you can see, 500 gold translates to $1, essentially, I guess. Actually, it does not. I just said that, and I'm wrong about that. 2,000 for a $4 character, while over here it's 10,000 for a $10 character, so it doesn't translate at all. It's just some characters cost a lot, some characters don't. Kalthos is new, Sylvanas came out before him, so they're both 10. Some of the newer characters are also 10. And that's just how it is. And it's up to you whether that price is a good price to you or not. For those of you who play Smite, there's no buy everything with one purchase choice, which I know Smite players really like. Let's see here. Anything else as far as player specific? I should show the mounts. So here's all the different mounts you can have, and they can have colors as well. So that's pretty cool there. You start out with the Steed, and I believe you also get the Battle Beast. I got the Wonder Billy because I bought a pack. So there's different colors for that. There's a Reindeer that I don't know how you get. I guess you're playing Christmas. There's a lot of different skins. I mean, different mounts you can have in the game. Not all heroes actually ride mounts, by the way. Diablo's a curious one. Diablo doesn't always have a mount. You can also have him ride this guy, or you can have him be on all fours when he runs. It's funny how that works. So there's a lot of different variation. And I think that's everything to show besides the store. So let's go take a look at the store. So here is the shop. You can buy heroes, skins, mounts, and then it's featured here for anything new or on sale. So you can get this one for sale for 50% off. It's only price. It's never for gold. It's always for real money for the sales. And there's the bundles, like the Nexus bundle here. Gives you a lot of things. You really get into the game and you can afford it. This is a really good bundle to get. I don't think you get refunded for already owning certain characters, so it really depends on you if you want to get it, the prices and all that stuff right there. Now, one other thing you can buy are stim packs, which just gives you more XP and gold when you play the game, as you can see right here. 100% and 150%, which just helps you level up quicker or actually get more gold. If you play a lot of the game, like if you feel like you're going to play the game like religiously for a while, you might get a stim pack so you can get a gold a lot faster. That might be the way to go about it, instead of just straight up buying a hero for however price. But it is going to be a bit of a slog to get there. As I showed before, you can buy heroes for gold or money, and it is up to you how you want to go about that. Not all of us have money, so some of us can only get it by buying through gold, and some people can afford to buy through money. What's cool is these guys talk and their mouths actually move when they talk. That's pretty cool there. So it's up to you. If you got the money for it, good for you. If you don't have the money for it, you have a gold option. I don't know what to say about the prices. It feels kind of pricey. $10 per character feels like a lot to me, but you do have the gold option. The skins, of course, a lot of people's feelings are when it comes to skins that they can kind of just give you whatever price they want when it comes to cosmetics. And yeah, sure, it's just, holy crap, it's a lot for skins as well. But there you go. It is what it is. If you got the money for it, you got the money for it. If you don't have the money for it, you don't have the money for it. That's just how it is. It's up to you what the value of these skins are. But the cool thing is, I didn't show it, is you can hit try to try them out. So that's pretty cool there. You can actually try out these heroes and see how their abilities work. See if you like them before you commit gold or money. So that's pretty nice there. Alright, two things to close this out before we are done. One is there is going to be a separate video following this one in the near future, maybe within a couple hours, which is going to go over the 7 different maps that are currently in the game and the specific objectives they do. We're going to have the tutorial information in there from the game itself, and I'm going to fill in the blanks that they leave, because they tell you a lot of information in the tutorial, but not everything. So I want to give you a stronger basis to understand each map so that you can do well there, so you'll just have a really good time. And then there's the modes. So you can do training, which will let you do the 7 maps with AI as your teammates against other AIs. Then there's versus AI, which is you and other teammates, can also be AI teammates, against the AI. Quick match is you and 4 other people against 5 other people. It's all randomly put together. You can make parties to be more pre-made about it. Hero League can be you and a pre-made in League, which can be pretty fun and challenging because everyone's level 30. Then there's Team League, which is only for teams at level 40, so this is where the real combat is right there. Then custom games you can make to play with you and your friends. You have more than 5 people, and that can be fun there. You can also have AIs in it. And AIs can take over AFK or DC'd people from the game, which can make the game more of a 4.5 versus 5 instead of a 4v5. AI isn't perfect, but it ain't bad either, so there you go with that. So that right there is the guide. I hope you found it useful and informative. I went over all the facts I talked about in this with other players to make sure I had all the information there. And some people actually learn new things from me trying to go over it and seeing if I missed anything. So did a good job there. So if you learned anything from this guide, we did our job. That's what's important. Making sure people learn from guides so they can get better at the game or have a better understanding so they can have fun and do well in a game. And the more educated everyone gets, the better everyone gets at the game. You'll have better opponents in the game and better teammates. Less people who don't know what they're doing, which always makes everyone unhappy with the game. So that's really the plan there, just make everyone smarter. So that is the guide right there. Hopefully you found it informative and fun. I know I had fun making it, and that's what it's all about, isn't it? Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time.